Hot chick is here. Erica Durance plays Lois Lane.
Oh, I like this chick is hot.
Yeah.
I don't know the show that well, but I've seen pictures of her, and she's smoking.
Right before I beat off last night, I was looking at MrSkin.com. One of the guys sent me a link. She's naked in there.
What did she do naked?
Before she got the job as Lois Lane, she was in some movie where she goes swimming in a lake, like it's like a low budget horror film. And she strips down to her panties.
Topless?
Fully topless.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
We were just looking at that, and then we were looking at a picture of her as Lois Lane in a bikini. She's gotten dramatically bigger.
Yeah, she must have had titty implants. And she works out a little better now, too. She's tight as can be. Well, that's what happens when you get a job on a big show.
I don't think she looks so tight in those bikinis when I see her. She's always showing that belly of hers.
You're saying it's not that tight?
It looks nice. I'm not saying it's not good. It's not tight, though.
Yeah.
I think that's just her.
My weight's way down and I don't have a tight belly. Tight belly's tough. Guy or girl.
That's got to be the genes, I think.
Yeah.
Abs.
Abs. I haven't seen my abs ever. My entire life.
They're going to have to do an operation in order for you to see them.
Yeah, and I even think that wouldn't work.
Hey, I'm Erica Durance, and I'm here on the show to promote my new movie, Butterfly Effect 2. And I was here a couple of years ago, so it'll be nice to see Howard again. And I hope that he's gentle, but we'll just have a good time and hopefully give people something funny to listen to on the way to work.
Now, are you fearful at all now that he's uncensored and he's on Sirius? And
you know, you hate to say that you're not fearful because then, Murphy's Law says that something terrible is going to happen. But I think, you just got to have fun with it and just laugh at yourself and try to go with the flow.
Erica Durance. She's on Smallville. She's a hot chick. I was kind of curious about her. Something I read. That's why I invited her in there.
Oh, yeah? What'd you read?
Well, she plays Lois Lane on the Smallville TV show. And
I don't understand how Lois Lane is there.
I don't either, and I can't understand how there's absolutely no chemistry between her and Superman. Oh, there's Erica. Looking good, too. Hey, baby.
Hello?
You look good. I was looking at you naked
Surprised.
Oh,
sorry.
That's terrible. Hello.
Good morning. Nice to see you again.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
Yeah, you look good. You
Thanks.
you slimmed down some, too. You lost weight.
Lots and lots of running.
Yeah, good for you. That's what you got to do when you're on TV.
Got myself a treadmill and
just
run every
go
night.
for it.
Yeah.
How much weight could she have lost? She was heavy?
No, I could just tell she
No, you
toned up.
can just,
You
didn't-
must have gotten
didn't
breast
look-
implants since that movie I watched. Am I correct?
No, Howard.
You didn't?
It's called bench pressing.
No, it
Oh,
ain't.
yes.
My tits don't get bigger from bench pressing. Not too many women get skinnier and get bigger titties.
But I heard the knock about my abs. What about female solidarity? What happened to that?
I didn't know she was out there.
I was like, okay, this is some kind of reel in to get some skin because I'm not showing the boobies, so.
Did you get breast implants, honestly?
No,
You really swear to God?
I swear to God.
And
I was 18 when I did that film.
Yeah. Now, are you sorry you did that film? Now, in retrospect?
No, because I think you just can't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
you're not
18. It's my first film. It was my first actual talking role, and yeah, okay, I was the booby girl, and I get that, but it was all in the heart of what it is. It's a silly horror movie, and you look at a lot of actresses who are out there, and you look back into their past, and most of them you can find maybe not nudity per se, but a lot of horror movies.
When you were up for the job of Smallville,
Yes.
did they say to you, have you ever done nudity? Because this is a wholesome family show, and we want to make sure...
They definitely ask what you've done, and
Right.
I figure don't hide that.
Right.
Because people always find clips.
Did someone say to you, we are in doubt now, we want you as an actress, but we're not sure because you were naked in a film?
No,
They never became an issue.
no, it didn't.
Now, I was reading about your personal life with nudity.
Yes.
And the people who... You were married.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Same guy that you were joking with me about 2 years ago. He said it would never last.
Yeah, and it won't. It won't. Of course it won't.
Oh, so dated.
Yeah, well, I just know it won't. How old were you when you got married?
Well, the first time or the second time, Howard?
See, that's what
See,
I'm
she
talking
already had one married.
about. Already a two-time...
Second time around, I found a good one.
How old were you the first time you got married?
I was 18.
Okay, and how old were you the second time?
Well, how old am I now? Let's see. I got to think about
You just
that.
got married?
25.
25.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
I'm 28 now. I'm doing well.
Yeah, you're doing great.
It was a funny moment when I told her it was time to come in because she had to get up and kiss her husband first before she came into the studio.
That's right. And I said, please don't divorce me
They'll
after
be done
this.
in 2 years.
Now.
Have me in 2 years. I'll still be married. It's a bet.
Some of the guys out there were saying your husband, what, does he shave his head like Lex Luthor or something?
Not like Lex. He started shaving his head a long time ago.
He did? You
and
like
then
it?
he set the trend. Now everybody shaves their
What is
head.
he, an actor?
He's an actor and he's a writer.
What does he do? Does he have a job?
He just finished working on Blade for Spike.
Oh, that was a good show.
And it
Yeah.
got canceled.
Oh, good
know.
setup.
Who did he play? Who did he play?
He
on
played
Blade?
the big arch nemesis, the bad
Is your husband a
vampire
black guy?
No, but a lot of people think he is partially black, but he's actually Hungarian. He has just really dark
I watch
skin.
Blade every week, so I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think. I'm sorry they canceled it. That's a good show.
Yeah.
And apparently it did really well for Spike in the first little bit, so
Must have been too expensive.
who knows?
So anyway, I was reading about your personal life with your husband, and
Yes.
you say, and this is unbelievable to me, that you and your husband and all your friends, when they come over to your home,
I know where you're going.
you insist on nudity.
You
no, I don't
insist.
insist. We have choice friends that
Why do you want to be naked? You say you want to be nude in your home. Describe to me when this started happening. Was your family nudist?
I'll tell you why. Because I grew up
to
in
get naked.
You're a hot, you know what it is? She's a hot chick and she likes people to see it.
Right. She's gonna flaunt it.
No. When I was younger, I grew up in a very conservative environment where I couldn't go to school with dresses that were above my knee. I wore dresses till I was about 15, and you couldn't wear pants or any of that kind of stuff. And so I figured, what the heck? You know, when I get married in my own home, there's got to be a time where your body can breathe. And there are people that never take their clothes off even when they go to bed. They're wearing like from head to toe, they're wearing flannel. And I just figure that's not healthy. You got to have a place where you feel free.
So in your home, when it's just you and your husband,
Yes.
he walks around nude and you walk around nude.
Yeah.
And,
All
and
the
Close the
time.
ones. Well, not all the
do you
time,
eat
but
naked?
sometimes.
And do you-
as long as it's not hot stuff that could burn you.
Do you cook naked?
Would you cook
Always
naked?
put on an apron. You really don't want to.
Do you really? So you're a nudist. Did you ever go to a nudist colony?
No.
No. Do you like
No.
to be outside nude? Is there something
Do
exciting
you
in that?
garden in the nude?
Well, let's just say I live in a very secluded area, kind of off the side of a mountain.
All right.
So if we want to run through the forest naked and
What types
yell.
of things do you do naked? Seriously, I mean, do you sit on your couch and watch TV naked?
Yeah.
And do you find that leads to a lot more sex and stuff with your husband?
I figure with my husband clothes on or off, it leads to a lot of sex.
And he walks around naked with balls out.
You
and-
come down to breakfast naked.
Yeah.
All right, so
Why?
now describe to me if I'm a friend of yours. I come over, and at what point do you say to me, look, I'm going to be naked now. Would you guys like to be naked? And do people think you're a swinger? What do they think?
I'm definitely not a swinger.
Right. Okay.
I'm not.
You've never made love with another couple? Or
No,
anything like
absolutely
that.
not.
All right. So how do you position this to your friends? Like if I came over to your house and you said to me, hey, I'm just going to get naked now, I would think I was part of like maybe somebody trying to swing with
Yeah,
me.
like you would lead to this.
That
Well, I
happened.
think
This would be
you know,
leading to
in this
something.
Like
situation,
that happened
he's
to me
got to
with
be.
John Stamos and Rebecca. I mean, Rebecca got naked and then
That must have been a fun time for you.
it was great. But
You're like, great dinner party.
but I think they wanted to swing. I
And
mean,
you said no?
honestly. Yeah, I
Howard,
just started dating
Rebecca.
Yeah, we were in bed naked together, but we didn't do anything.
Oh,
That is disappointing, isn't it?
that is disappointing. She's hot.
Yeah, she's hot, but I just met my girlfriend, and she was weirded out, and John had his
Well, you
big
got-
package out, his big penis.
Yeah, and that
Made
would
you
have
nervous.
His girlfriend would have had to be with John
Yeah,
Stamos.
I'm like, yeah.
That would have been a problem.
If she had been with Stamos, like that would have been it. It would have been over, you know. Who wants me after you've been with Stamos? So I don't.
Full house,
it just
baby.
got too weird. You know what I mean? Got too weird. But explain to me how this works. Like how do you say to people, let's take our clothes off, or do you answer the door naked?
Well, I think it just really depends on who your friends are. If you've known them for a long time,
They
maybe you
know,
could just answer
huh?
the door naked.
What-
Hey guys, come on in. Let's watch a film.
How many of your friends come over and get naked?
Oh, it's been blown out of proportion. It's really
You
not.
got to really
everyone.
help me with this. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to understand how you make this move. I understand you and your husband walking around naked.
Yes.
How do you include other people in it without it becoming sort of like, wow,
Yeah,
they're
do
weird?
you have a dinner party and you could write on the invite closing optional?
No,
or
no,
something?
how do you approach people?
Welcome to my party. You know, it's one of those things you just know people for a long time. I guess it's that nudist kind of mentality. But I think it's something that's really been blown out of proportion.
But
It
how
was
do you
all in
bring
good
it up?
fun.
How do you bring it up to people?
Well, everybody's different.
And how many women come over to your house and get naked in front of your husband?
This is not a good
Doesn't bother
interview.
me.
I'll tell you why. You're
Why,
not helping me
Howard?
with this. I really am curious.
You
how
really want to
make-
know.
I really want to know. I'm not kidding around. I don't understand how. If I went to someone's house and they said to me, like, do you get into the hot tub naked all of a sudden, or do you just?
No.
How do you make that transition from everyone has their clothes on to taking them off? How?
You just say, hey, want to take your clothes off?
You do? Is that what you do?
Sure.
And do the men and the women sort of get offended or weirded out sometimes?
No, because like I said, I mean, it's one of those things, I guess, I suppose people who swing would say the same thing as somebody you know.
Right. So
Right.
you're the one who usually brings it up.
I think it's safest that way.
Okay. You say it, and then does everyone undress in front of each other?
Yeah, where
Where
do
do
the
you go?
clothes
Do you have a room?
I thought we were here to talk about Butterfly Effect too.
We're going to, but explain this to me. I really want to stick with it. I really want to come away from this interview understanding what you're up to.
Okay, up in BC, in the middle of nowhere,
Go
in
ahead.
Canada,
Good.
people are just really relaxed, and it's not all about a sexual thing. So if you're there and you're kind of just hanging out naked or whatever, you have some people over, you say, hey, you want to come over tonight? We're having a dinner party. Oh, and clothing optional.
Clothing optional. Oh, so you
Yeah.
send. Oh, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
And I
Unless
mean,
we
what-
want to shock somebody.
And
what
how
kind
many?
of furniture do you have?
Pleather.
What is it?
He's like, no, I'm
And
just
who
kidding.
comes over? Like these are friends around your age, right? It's not like an aunt or an uncle or you know.
Oh,
that would be
Lord,
weird.
no.
No.
No,
These are like
don't go there.
young, good-looking people.
Just, whoever
Right.
our friends are.
And they come over, and then they walk in, and everyone says, okay, I'm cool with this clothing optional thing.
And
When do you
it's kind of like a nudist colony within your house, so it's not like all...
Do you answer
Let's
the
have a
door
big
naked?
orgy.
And they're like when they ring the doorbell, would you present yourself nude?
Well, not normally because I'm in mid-dinner, so I would have an apron on.
but
at least.
but that would be it. You'd be topless and walking around, your ass sticking out, and all that.
Oh, Howard.
No, I'm being serious. Don't be embarrassed. This is your lifestyle. I'm curious. Are you not curious about this?
I'm fascinated. That's
Yeah.
why I keep going. I want to know how this works out.
So you would answer the door topless and stuff, and then like the guys come in, they're wearing clothes. They're with their. You have to be with a couple, or is it just like some single people too?
No.
Okay. They walk in. Let's say like one of your hot friends comes over. You probably have some good-looking chick friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you uncomfortable with this line of questioning?
I just thought we were talking about Butterfly Effect.
Fuck the
I'm
movie.
thrown off.
Who cares about
Oh,
that?
dear. My bosses
We'll
aren't
get
going to like
no,
that.
we'll get to the movie. I know you're in a movie, and I promise you I'll do that. But explain this to me so I understand. So then the people come over, and they say clothing optional. You answer the door, you're nude. Your husband's walking around nude.
That's right. Well, we got shoes on.
Okay, that's hot. And what
You
do you
know.
wear, like heels?
Yeah, like what kind of
Heels
shoes
or
could
my
you be?
husband's work boots.
All right. And do you look yourself over before the party, let's say?
Well, you got to make sure that,
No,
hygiene
you do your
is important.
hair.
Yeah, I mean...
Naked.
but what
Got
do
to
you-
do my hair and makeup, right?
What do you think this says about you psychologically? Seriously. Like that you want your friends to be nude with you and you need to be nude. What do you think is going on there?
I don't know.
You
Howard.
wanna be
What do you
seen.
think is going on there?
I think you want to be seen. I think you like how you look and you want people to see you.
Well, there's
Or
certainly
maybe it's
nothing
a
wrong with
European
that.
thing, and over here in the States, it's such a big thing, and over there, you could go to beaches and you can be naked, and it's all just about being free.
Okay, so wait a second. And by the way, we're speaking with Erica Durance.
That's right. Now
she's in the-
everybody's going to think I'm a big pervert that has naked parties.
No. But
Because
this is
that's
a
all
fact-
we're talking about.
This is very interesting. But let's explore it. Let's not just drop it. People don't understand this stuff, and maybe I want to get into this, but I don't understand. I
Yeah,
know
see,
Fred,
you so far have not been able to make the move.
I know Fred and Artie want to come to one of your parties. But Artie, wouldn't you be?
I mean, that's no.
Wouldn't you be embarrassed, like if someone said clothing and everyone?
You
let's
wouldn't
see-
go to the party, would you,
I
Artie?
wouldn't because my penis is small. Does every guy have a big penis? Do you have guys there who have small penises and you see it?
Well,
See, that's the thing.
I don't. That's the thing. It's not about judgment. That's the point of the freedom of it. It's just people being able to just.
Are you saying you don't judge the size of a man's penis when he takes his pants
No,
off?
I don't.
What if a guy has
I'm
like a
not
little
interested in it.
egg in a nest? You know what I mean? You ever seen a guy like that with almost no balls? I'm not saying that's me, but when you see
Well,
that, do you say, "Wow, I'm really shocked that he has such a small penis"?
No.
That's a lie. You're lying. There's no way you don't look. It's the same way I would look at you and say, "Hey, her tits are nice." I mean, you would.
You don't sit there and go, "Oh, my husband's better than that."
Well, I
I'm
know
so glad
he's
I'm
better
married
than
to
all that.
him.
You don't judge the man's penis, is
No.
what you say.
Our house is a house of judgment free.
Be honest with me. That's not true.
Well, Howard, how do you do a show like this where you have people come on and you
We judge
talk
them.
about
I
certain
judge them.
things?
We judge everybody.
Like you're judging me.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, say I was
All
one
in
of your
good fun.
Erica, say I was one of your friends. You would
Yeah.
send me you would have the ball to send me an invitation saying clothing optional.
Well, optional means
Party
that you can do
canceled.
it. You don't have to.
I mean, do you? I sort of I hate to like pile on here, but I am as fascinated as Howard is about this because, like, in other words, are all your friends? Do you have some heavyset friends? Some,
I have friends from all places of the
So,
spectrum.
and are they all, like, when you have one of these parties, is it 50-50, 80-20? Like, what's the percentage? Do most people show up naked and are into that, even the less? I mean, you're obviously a gorgeous person. Your
on their
husband's probably
clothes?
good looking. It's easier for people like that to get naked, I would
Right.
think. You know
I think
what
it's
I mean?
a
Like,
lot of good-looking people.
Yeah.
You don't imagine there's an Artie Lang in the group.
Well, I'm saying, like,
No,
it
but
would
if
make
she-
me more intimidated knowing that you and your hot husband are going to be that walking around like,
If
you know.
Erica invited me, I'd say to myself, no way. I know flaccid. I'm not impressive. And I don't want to show that to her, and I don't want her friends to see me flaccid. I
So
mean,
wait a minute,
erection,
let me
okay.
ask you
I'm
something.
okay.
For
yeah.
me, it's
Would
not even
you
about that. It's the rest of my
Because
body.
it is clothing optional.
Right.
Would it be okay for you to be dressed?
Yeah. Do some people stay dressed the whole night at these parties?
Yes.
They do.
Absolutely.
You walk around naked, and some people have their clothes on. And then do they feel like assholes because they have their clothes on?
No. It's Canada. It's different.
It's Canada.
I've been to Canada. I never heard of this.
You haven't been to the backwoods,
I
have you?
guess maybe I haven't. You're right. I haven't been to
this
some of
is
those
something-
cottages on lakes up there.
But this is something you would admit to, right? I mean, you're not uncomfortable about talking about this. I sense that you're uncomfortable with this.
Was
Why?
this a big secret? How did Howard find
Yeah.
out?
How did I find
Well,
out?
it became known when we were doing an interview for FHM.
Okay.
My husband and I were sitting there and we were talking to the guy across the way and we were making jokes about things. And we had a couple of parties that ended up being nude parties and it got misprinted.
Misprinted.
That we
What's-
have them every weekend. And
not
now,
saying
after
every
this show, it's going to appear that I do it
No,
all the
get
time.
over that and let's get into the. I want to get into the machinations.
psychology of it.
No, I want to understand it because let's say, I would be very weirded out by this. So when
But that's why
when it's clothing optional, how many people came to the party? When is the last time you did this? Would you say
oh, God.
a year ago?
Well, I'm never going to do it again now.
But why?
Yeah, that's what
Probably a year
I want to
ago.
know.
A year ago.
Percentage-wise, like who's naked, who isn't.
Right.
You know,
Now-
it's say a party of 20 people.
I don't know, 14, 15?
14, 15
So
naked.
it's that high, the percentage.
See, I'd
Wow.
feel like an
Yeah,
asshole.
and it varies every time. Sometimes they want it, sometimes they don't.
I'd be embarrassed to keep my clothes on them because everyone would say, well, what's he hiding?
But then, you know, we'll also have a party that's people dress. So it's not like, okay, you show up and this person's naked and you feel uncomfortable and that sort of thing.
So when I
mean,
ring the
it's just-
doorbell, let me take
it's
me
all
through
for
it.
good fun.
Let's say I'm one of the people who wants to be naked. I ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
You're already nude, and so is your husband, right? When I come to the door.
Right. Oh, okay, Howard, I'm trying to picture it.
All right. Is this true? We
Is
start-
that how you start the party? You're not dressed.
Right. In other words, you don't take your clothes off at some point during the party. Before the party, like when someone gets dressed for a party, you say, hey, let me get naked for the party. So people come in and they're nude, right? I mean, you're nude. You and your
People are
husband.
walking around with drinks and that sort of thing.
You're not answering my question. You and your husband are nude at the beginning of the party, right?
Sometimes.
All right. You don't disrobe in front of people.
No, because then it ends up being some kind of
Strip show.
Strip show. Which,
Okay, got it. Now, I'm a guest. I show up with my
Okay.
girlfriend, and we come in, and I decide, oh, you're naked, I'll be naked, and so will my girlfriend.
Okay.
Where do I do that? Do I get naked in the hallway, or do I get naked in the... Where do I
There's
get...
bedrooms, you know, like a coat room.
Would I go to the coat room and take my
Sure.
clothes off, and then emerge naked?
Sure.
Wow.
Or, you know, if you're not comfortable, you can wear your underwear too.
Oh, so you could wear underwear.
Oh, I would be
So
much
you're
more...
walking around
I'd be much more comfortable in my underwear.
In your tidy whities.
But doesn't that make people look stupid? If they're wearing underwear, clearly it's because...
They've got something to hide.
Yeah, it's
Maybe they feel bloated. Some women feel bloated.
Do
and they wear
most
their
of the
underwear.
men wear their underwear?
I would say a larger percentage.
Yeah. Because they just get a small package. How many guys have a real big porno dick?
Right. Plus,
Wow.
all this scrutiny could make you smaller, right?
Oh, I get small. I shrivel. I would be so nervous at this party. I don't know.
Nothing would show.
I don't know.
and, you know, you sit at a dinner party, you try to have, like, witty conversation. I think my wit would be affected by my friend's taint in my face.
Yeah. Do you freshly shave for the party? Do you, like, get yourself completely hairless for the party, or do you have hair for the party?
I like to keep that part of it a mystery, Howard.
A mystery?
How's
What
it a
kind of
mystery?
There's no mystery to the party goers.
Well, that's right, and it's in the privacy of my home, not on satellite radio.
This is unbelievable. Oh, Wendy the retard wants to go to one of your parties.
Oh,
Let's see.
okay.
Wendy, hi.
Hi, Howard.
You're on with Erica. You want to go to the nude party?
Yes.
Would you get naked?
Yes.
Yeah, and you would be retarded, right? Yes.
You would get completely naked, no underwear for you.
Yeah, and you would let everyone see your big floppy tits?
And
Yeah.
your,
Oh, my God.
your unshaved bush.
Would you let all the men have sex with you?
Yeah.
We don't
would.
have sex at my parties, so I'm sorry.
There's
not
no
a big
sex
orgy.
happening.
I'm gonna thank you, woman.
Wow, you're getting turned on.
You are going to have sex at this party.
No.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Wow.
But there's no, I mean, nobody has ever, you know, there's no fooling around at all in a sexual way at these parties.
There's flirting, but there's no fooling.
I can't imagine that, like, when you're sitting there and everyone's naked, the guys aren't. Does anyone pop a boner? Honestly.
It's kind of like if you go to a beach
Yeah.
in France,
Okay.
and it's a nudist beach.
And?
Most people who have never been naked in a public setting would assume that everybody's really getting turned on by it. But if people are used to it,
Right.
like those guys, certainly there might be a couple, but those guys on the beach, they see boobs, bum, all that kind of stuff.
I just know if you
It's
would...
not that big deal.
I find you very attractive. I am sure that if I was at a party and you're sitting on that couch naked instead of wearing your clothes right now,
Well, then I'd have to give you a cup.
and we're
You
sitting...
got to cover it up.
If I get hard, you would...
That's right.
Are there cups there for that purpose?
That's right beside you.
I think I need a cup.
Or a shot glass.
Are you guys not, like, completely... I'm not blown out by that you're naked. I'm blown out by the protocol of all of this. I'm just like... I think there's a lot to negotiate.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You don't know what the etiquette is for such a party.
Wow. And so nobody ever starts making out? Does
I
anyone
mean,
get into
people
a
are
pool
drinking,
together?
right?
The point of the parties is not to have an orgy.
What is the point?
It's just supposed to be to have fun.
Yeah,
That's
sounds
it.
like a barrel of laughs.
Do you
You
have
can't
to
have fun
serve
without that.
different kind of food to naked people?
Well, you got to be careful not to get something like that spits oil. That's for damn sure.
I don't get it. I think a big chunk of the story is being left out.
Well, it does seem odd to us that people would just sit around naked.
Yeah, and to what end? And
Believe it or not.
How does it all work?
How many? And you're talking pretty large, like a 20-person party. For these
Usually it's
things.
a little smaller, but
A little
sometimes.
smaller.
Do guys ever get thrown out of your party for getting a little out of hand?
Well, it sets a precedent.
It
Doesn't
has
it?
happened? Have people been thrown out of the party?
Oh, Howard.
Why are you uncomfortable with this?
Well, I don't know. I just thought we could talk about something else now, like my abs or some other part of my
She'd
physical
prefer that
anatomy.
now.
This is fascinating.
I'm done now. I'm done being on the roasted hot seat.
You're not on the hot seat. I'm asking about a party. You're way too uptight about this. You're way too uptight. Honestly.
Okay.
You gotta
Now,
loosen up.
have you had any of the cast over to your naked party?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, like Superman. What's that kid's name?
Tom Welling?
Good
No.
looking boy. You attracted to him at all? Is that your type?
Not really.
No?
I mean,
I
he's
watched-
a nice guy. He's handsome, but I'm not.
When's he going to figure out how to fly already?
Yeah, he's grounded. We have a Superman who's grounded.
It's getting a little weird. And what about... I don't even understand how you're going to come together with him because there's no sexual chemistry there, and I don't understand where they're going with the thing, but I watch it every
and
week.
Lana, she's off with
Well, she's off with Lex now.
Lex now.
She's naughty
It's
now.
ridiculous.
Superman got a cold. What is it, boys? Richard
That's
and
right.
Sal.
Hey, Howard. We're longtime listeners. It's an honor to have her here. But in all honesty, you got to step it up and get the fuck out of here because this interview blows. And,
I know, I'm bombing
and
here.
You know what?
Really?
Are you familiar with the Howard Stern Show and how it works?
Get
I
out
was
of
on
here.
I mean,
a
you're
couple
dressed like an
years ago.
Amish broad.
She's
Loosen up a little bit.
And clothes.
That's right. I figure what I talk about is juxtaposed by what I'm wearing. So
We don't even know
what
what juxtapose means.
See, there you go.
Look, you
We
see-
want to see some titties or something.
All right, get out of
Get
here.
out of here.
Wait a minute. She said she... Hold
Not
on,
likely.
hold on.
All right,
Ouch.
thank you. Thank you. You
Stop
guys can
attacking
We're
people.
nudists,
Yeah.
too.
We're nudists, too.
You're nutist, too.
What?
We actually want to tell her that they're also nudists.
Well, they are nudists. They get
They're
naked all
around
the
here
time.
naked
on
all
there.
the
When
time. We can't
We'll
help
get
it.
naked right now.
When somebody says they go to a nude party, this is what happens.
No,
Go
no,
ahead,
no,
Richard.
I don't want that now. You can leave.
Come on,
Keep your
baby.
clothes
Take it
on.
off,
No,
baby.
get out. Get out. Get out. You
In
two
all
boys-
seriousness, step it up or you got to get out.
All right, thank you.
Just
On your show, Sal.
Stop it. Get out. Get out, the two of you. All right.
Let's go. Shake it up, baby.
Oh, that really encourages me to do that.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Guys, what happened?
We're scared of the husband. We were just even scared of the husband.
What happened? You tried to get nude?
Yeah,
No,
he
we just
wasn't
wanted-
much. We just want to kick it up a notch, you know?
We're bored out of our fucking minds in the back, and we pass Gary, and Gary's like, do something, and we're like, should we, shouldn't we? She stinks. She's awful.
But at least if she shows her boobs or something, she could save the interview, you know?
What type
That's
of
what
girl-
guys...
what type of
Stern
girl-
fans are guys like us on a construction site. They don't care about the... They don't
When's the
know who
last time
this
you were on a
chick is.
construction site, you faggot?
Well, 2 years ago when I was an electrician.
What type
And
of girl
trust me,
dresses like this? I mean, when you're hot, what are you doing? Take it off.
Exactly. Have a little fun.
Come
This
on,
is the
shake it up
Stern
a little.
show.
Why are you guys whispering?
Because her husband's like
We don't want to
10
get
feet
beat up by
away.
us.
You got to fucking step it up, right, Lisa?
Yeah.
Look at Lisa.
I'm dressed. I could be in
Look,
there.
watch us, watch us. Look, Lisa's on the show. Watch us. Look what we do. Hey, Lisa, come on, smack her ass. Come on, smack it. Smack it.
I don't even see it anymore. All right, that's enough. Thank you. All right.
Look at all that hair.
Put a microphone in
All
there.
right, stop.
That's what we do on the
Yeah.
show.
Look at all that hair.
Smells
He's
like
got
roses.
a goatee on.
Come on. This is what we do.
Those guys just want you. They hear nude
Well,
party.
they wanted to have a nude party. That's what they were hoping
They would
for.
be
I know
nude in
they're
a
pretty
second.
excited about that.
Now, Erica Durance is in the... By the way, on Smallville the other night, Superboy got a cold, which
Yes.
made no sense.
Yes.
How did he
and
get a
was
cold?
blowing barn doors off.
They didn't even explain how he got the cold.
I don't know, Howard.
And
I
he-
get the script and I do it.
You just do
And
it.
I
know
go,
what was-
okay, a barn door is going to hit me. What the hell?
Is there good money in Smallville for you? I mean, are you being paid pretty well? It's your first big acting job, right? And did they rake you over the coals in terms of money, or did they give you a pretty fair wage?
I think they gave me quite a fair wage, again, considering that I am
No.
kind of new to the game,
Any
right?
bump up when you guys merged with the CW?
A little bit.
A little bit of a bump?
All right.
And what about Butterfly Effect, too? What is this? I don't understand
But wait a
what
minute,
that
back
is.
to the Superman thing for a moment.
Yes.
The other thing that didn't make any sense was his powers were weak, but when he sneezed, everything blew up.
Right. It made last night's episode made no sense, but I watched it.
We watched till the
Howard.
very end.
I watched the show. Butterfly Effect 2. What is that? Tell me. It's available on DVD. I never even heard of it. What is it?
It's available tomorrow on DVD, and it's a take from the Butterfly Effect 1.
What is Butterfly Effect 1?
that was
That
with
was Ashton Kutcher and
Kutcher.
Amy Smart.
Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who can change the past, but
That's
it
right.
affects his future.
And this is a sequel?
Yeah, well, kind of, because it's not the same actors, but
And
it's
you're
the same.
the lead? And,
Yes.
and who's the dude who can change the past?
His name's Eric Lively.
Yeah.
And yeah, he goes back and forth to change time, but then what happens is that everybody else in his life, every time he comes back, is in a different situation and becomes different as a character. So
All right. So we're coming out on DVD when? Tomorrow?
tomorrow. Yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, that's a big deal. You're doing well.
I'm going for it.
Don't invite me to a nude party. I'm not coming. I would be so embarrassed.
You'll go to the one where everybody's dressed, and then you'll feel comfortable.
Yeah, that I'll do. I mean, I don't know. And what if a girl's menstruating? I mean, what do you do? Honestly, what do you do? What
Can't
do you do?
go to the party.
If you're having...
Yeah, everybody's got a hand in their schedule.
Do you plan these parties around your menstruation? Honestly, do you? I mean, what do you do? Have you ever had...
Let's just say that the object of these parties is about having fun, and it's about
Understood.
good hygiene.
Wholesome.
Therefore,
Yes.
that's not particularly pleasant when somebody's trying to eat dinner.
And by the way, I understand what you're saying. It's not a sexual thing. It's a fun thing to be
Yes.
naked. But if a girl's menstruating, the string would stick out, right? And that's not offensive to you?
Well, it's not going to happen.
They're just not allowed in the door, is what you're
That's
saying.
right. You got to wear panties or something.
What happens if you get your period?
Then
during
there's
the
no
par-
party.
The party's canceled.
Girls don't feel like being naked when they've got their period.
Oh, wow. Is that true, Robin?
That's true. Absolutely.
They want to wear flannel and watch TV.
Hey, Robert, you're on the air in Syracuse.
How you doing, Howard?
And
hey, I love you guys, but you're missing the entire point of this.
What is it?
Erica, when you have these parties, you're just having fun. You're meeting these people. Howard, the reason why you don't understand it is because you are never going to get invited to these parties, because when you go there, you're going to get a hard-on. And that's
no, I wouldn't.
Invited.
No. I would never go because my penis is small. I would not want the girls to see it.
Yeah, but see, the reason why she's able to have these parties is because she's around other people that aren't going to judge that. Now, when you go to these parties, you're going to have one thing on your mind, and you convey that through the interview.
Listen, I don't know a human being who isn't judgmental. I haven't met one yet.
Well, because
and I am not going to be laughed at a party. Listen, I get laughed at enough.
Look,
my face is laughed at. I don't need people seeing my penis.
Well,
and then going to their friends and saying, you know, we were at this party and Howard Stern was there. He was naked. And I got to tell you something. It's true what he says. He's got a needle dick. Well, I don't want that conversation going on after the party.
Well, they're never going to do it to your face. They'll wait till you leave.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying that will be happening at their next function.
And by the way, when I'm sitting naked, I've looked at myself in the mirror naked. It's not beautiful. I am ugly.
You make a point of not sitting.
First of all, you would see my belly fat, and you would see my small penis, and how am I going to parlay that into something
positive?
My
other question is, what do you do? You have dinner, and then what do you play charades? What do you
Twister! No, I'm just kidding.
Would you ever play Twister? I would do that.
No.
Oh, I can just picture somebody's ass. I have some guy's ass in my face. You know.
Hey, Erica, I was just trying to defend you.
No, thank you. I appreciate
I'm not attacking. That's where you're being misled. I don't understand it. I'm trying to figure out how it all works.
I love the line of questioning because you're making it, you're opening it up. But the reason why I feel you and everybody there, especially Sal and Richard, they'd never be invited to these parties because they're assholes. But
you know what? You're pretending that you don't
you're so
get judgmental.
Erudite, yes.
Yeah, you know, you're so above it all. Oh, I look at the body and it's no big deal.
Come in.
This guy's so full of
He's
shit.
trying to get an invite, is what he's doing.
Yeah, you're not going.
No.
Yeah, I can imagine his naked party. See who shows up.
Gandhi would be sitting there laughing at someone's dick.
Fred, you're on the air. Exactly. Of course, everybody looks at everyone's dick.
Oh, I thought
if Erica's saying you don't look at a guy's dick, of course you do, right?
It's not one of those things where you sit and you look and you go, oh.
How can that be?
Because it's the whole nudist mentality. Go to a beach in Europe.
Why not keep your clothes on if you're not going to?
I gotta say,
if you're not comfortable, then don't come.
I gotta say, when I was in Cologne, Germany, on the Rhine River, there are fat guys naked.
Oh,
and
sure.
They wave to you like they're not naked.
But I guarantee you, they're hung like a beer can.
Well, you know what? This one guy.
If I had a nice long penis with a thickness, I would show up at these parties.
With some girth.
Yeah, if I had girth, I'd say, hey, this will be working my favor. You know, all the fairness to you ladies, you don't know what it's like not to have a big, thick penis. It's very embarrassing. I'm not going to walk into a party naked and have everybody judge my little penis. And that's it.
Have you ever been on a nude beach?
I don't want to talk about it.
Have you ever been on a nude beach?
No, of course not. I wouldn't go within 20 feet of a nude beach.
And you don't have to.
You're goddamn right. I'm not going, and you can't force me.
Okay.
Fred, you're on the air. Really? All right, good. Enough.
Okay.
Got it. All right, Fred. Thank you.
You can wake up now, Fred. We'll change the topic.
All right. I thought it was interesting. I don't know. Erica says you should go get Butterfly Effect 2, available on DVD tomorrow.
Yes.
And Butterfly 2 is the sequel to Butterfly 1.
Butterfly Effect.
Butterfly
That's
Effect.
right, yes.
And, in fact, Butterfly Effect has been giving us money to give away all week. Yeah. We've got a couple of $500 prizes and stuff, so
Wonderful.
we'll be talking about it quite a bit. And listen, I wish you luck.
Thanks.
I don't understand anymore what's going on, but thanks for trying to explain it to me.
Thanks, Howard.
Yeah, and videotape the next one and bring it in.
Maybe we'll understand if we can
That's
see
right.
it.
It's hard hard to explain.
I couldn't be naked at a party.
Yeah, if you walked into a dinner party
I couldn't
and
do it.
somebody said, well, you know, clothing is optional, what do you do?
Depends who's at the party.
I would panic.
The cameraman has the party clothes stay on.
I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be funny, but I would panic.
That's
Yeah, you
why I
certainly
wouldn't
wouldn't
make
think
you
about
come
the
to the
food.
one that's the clothing optional. You could come to the one where everybody's
No, I
dressed.
understand that, but I'm just saying, what if I was in that situation? I don't know how I would handle it. That's what I'm saying. It's a fascinating thing.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't know. I hope that was fun for you. I don't know.
It was.
That was good. Okay, all right.
That was all right. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to see you again.
You too. Mwah.
Erica,
Hello.
interesting in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't let up about the naked party. I'll tell you that much.
Were you like annoyed by it? It seemed like it was starting to get to you after a while.
Well, there was nothing more to say about it.
Why do you think he was so obsessed with it? He sees a lot of nudity here,
I think he has a problem with the size of his penis.
and it all derives from that.
Yeah.
So he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that you have parties like that.
He couldn't let it go.
And was that getting annoying for you? Like it seemed like you wanted to move the conversation towards your.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk about the movies, so.
You seem a little upset. Like you seem a little bit like you're a little pissed at Howard.
No, I'm not.
Just like enough with the conversation.
Enough
let's
of the
move on.
nude party.
All right. Are you glad you stopped by though?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thanks, Erica.
Thanks.
I do not understand what just happened. I really don't. I'm confused. Do you think I was asking inappropriate questions?
No.
No.
I don't have nude parties. It would be inappropriate to ask me those questions.
Do you think that?
What?
Do you think she left upset?
Yeah, I thought she was angry with
I'm
me.
gonna
I don't think she
I'm gonna go
was
talk to her.
upset.
Oh, yes, I think
Yeah,
she was.
really? Yeah.
Right, Fred, you thought she was upset,
Yeah,
right?
she
And I'm
walked
like- I'm
out.
like,
She was definitely very cold, very bristly. I mean, you were totally in the right on that. I mean, she did not expect the reaction that she got. She has these parties. She thinks it's all fun and games. She doesn't realize that the rest of the world, or at least
no,
the
but
American
I just
world,
wanted to
looks at this as
understand
kind of like
the
nutty.
party. I thought it was great, but I think she's pissed that I asked about it.
I think she's pissed because
She
that
became
was
uncomfortable.
the entirety of the interview. I mean, only
Oh.
because we never got an answer. We kept trying to get an answer.
I was just trying to really understand. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I wasn't making a judgment.
Oh, no. It was totally asking for information and trying to understand, but I think she, she's one of those people who, I want to just talk about my movie and how it felt to, emote as my character.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen here. I mean, I never ask anybody about their movie.
No.
Yeah, not
Gives a
everybody's
shit.
coming in here with, that experience.
Howard, you know what?
She's angry, right?
You know, she's.
Why
here's
would
the
you
deal.
be angry
no,
about
she's
that?
not angry. She's not angry. She's a very nice person, and if she were angry, she would never say she's angry.
Right,
So
right.
she's that kind of person. But I said, listen, are you? We get the feeling that you're sort of irritated. She goes, I wouldn't say the word is irritated, but I would say that I was surprised that the whole interview was about this one thing when there are so many other things to talk about.
Like
But I don't know what the
what?
other things are.
Well, what does she want to talk about?
See, but you understand something.
I'm hung up on her.
Howard,
She
if
could
goes,
have thrown something else in.
no, but here's the difference.
She doesn't have much of a sense of humor.
If she goes to talk to Entertainment Weekly, as a for instance, right?
Yeah.
They'll talk to her for an hour about a variety of things, but see, that's not a live interview. I don't know how many live interviews she does. You could talk about Superman forever and ever and ever, and then write a shorter article.
Right.
You had her on live, which is different.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just interested.
It was an interesting thing to find out about her, and we wanted to know more.
So she told you she's upset, huh?
No, she didn't say she was upset.
Yeah.
She said she was surprised that this was the one focus of the interview when there's other facets of her to talk about.
No, there isn't.
Why is that a surprise?
Nobody really knows that much. I mean, that's an interesting thing that they have nude parties.
But cute girls like that do get that sort of look. I asked if she was upset, and her jaw gets a little
It's
tight.
tight, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I saw here, that
Yeah, we
she was
weren't-
smiling, but it wasn't
We weren't connected.
real.
Right? Artie, what did you... I don't know.
I didn't think she was as mad as you guys thought she was, but but I doubt she'd be honest with Gary too. If she was
Right,
pissed off.
Right.
Well, that was honest enough right there.
But, she's angry, but she won't say it.
Right. She's not in touch with it.
Wow.
Are you listening to this, Erica? Are you listening to this?
We could have balanced out the conversation.
What's that? You don't know if you want to? No, he just wants to know if he thinks that you left upset.
No, I'm fine.
Honestly.
No, he thinks that you left upset, and he seems surprised. He's like, you know, it was a topic that we were talking about. We were just discussing it, but he thinks that you left sort of like not, like you were sort of irritated by the whole situation, are you?
Oh, no. I wouldn't say irritated. I'm just pleasant. Well, I would say I'm surprised that it's all about this whole nudist thing when there's so many other things to talk about. But I do understand it's Howard Stern, so.
Okay, all right, because we don't want you to leave, you know, upset or anything.
I know, I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm fine. Bye.
Take care.
What?
I just got a really disturbing report that Erica did leave here sort of abruptly and wouldn't talk to Lisa G. And according to Jason, said seemed on the verge of crying.
Well, I tried to tell you guys she was upset. I don't know why you won't listen.
I don't understand what. I swear to you, I do not
what
understand
Sal and Richard
this.
did was rude.
Yeah, that was really horrible.
I threw them out.
I think she's more upset about that than anything you did.
No, she was upset about the whole thing.
When she hit the front door, she was hysterical crying.
She was?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
What did I say? Is that a rude? I mean, it was in the notes.
First of all, what Sal and Richard did was really rude,
Sal and
and her
Richard came in here and said, "Step it up, you dumb
her
broad."
face changed when they started hammering her. She
That
didn't
was a
think
little
that was
brutal.
funny at all.
Oh,
It wasn't funny.
I threw them right out. I didn't think it was
No,
funny
you
either.
didn't throw them right out. They got a lot out.
Right.
Oh, well, gee, I mean, I found her fun, but I just thought that she was, forget Sal and Richard for a second.
But that's what really, that's when her, you know, she could have hung with the rest of it. That really
That
pissed
pushed
her
it over
off.
the edge.
And, you know,
Hey,
she was
by the way,
under attack.
you guys barreling in here, what is that all about? I mean, I have no control over you two assholes.
They ran it by me. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Listen,
It
you know,
wasn't our idea, though, to come in here.
Whose idea was it?
It was Doug and everybody, and
Yeah, well, stop having Doug produce the show,
No,
Gary.
it wasn't just
No,
Doug.
I didn't like. You could write me a note, and if I say Sal and Richard want to come in and say something, that's fine. You guys barreling in here, it really just didn't fly with me either. But I didn't think it was so awful.
It
what
was
you
a
said.
little heavy for somebody who's never heard or seen them before.
I mean, all we tried to do is build a little excitement, you know, because
All right,
the
all right, thank
interview
you.
wasn't
All right,
really going
all right,
anywhere.
goodbye.
Sorry. She stunk, Howard. Who cares? Don't blame it on us. Fuck her, man. We're loyal
All
to the
right,
show.
get the
Fuck her.
fuck out of here.
She stunk. Who
I
cares
don't
that you
care what
cried?
your value judgment of a guest is. I'll
right.
decide when I want you in here. Get the fuck out of here.
See, that's what he
Asshole.
said to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He comes off very abrasive. You don't need their help interviewing somebody.
They're not used to
Yeah,
that
I mean,
in
they're gonna help me out.
Yeah.
Those two assholes. I got where I got with you two. Crazy bastards. Yeah, Gary, take control of the show out there. Write me a note. Say Sal and Richard want to
Yeah,
come
no,
in
we
and complain.
talked. Listen, they came by and we talked about it. And
Yeah, but
I
do
take
me a favor.
responsibility for it too.
Just write me a note.
Okay.
And I'll decide if I want those two in there. And not Doug Goodstein.
No, it wasn't just Doug.
I want to thank Doug for helping me.
I
want
was
to
part
thank
of it
you
too. I'm
and
not.
Richard and Sal. I can handle my own show. You let me make the decisions.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Don't throw me. This isn't an improv show where you throw me different situations and I deal with them.
No, but sometimes it works, and quite honestly,
sometimes it works. But just write me a note,
and I'll tell you,
I'll handle it. I'll say, here comes Doug Goodstein's suggestion.
Yeah, the discussion from everybody out there was that the feeling out there, and maybe we were reading it wrong, was that the interview was just dying.
I don't care. Let me die then.
Okay, sometimes you like it when we help you. So
just write me a note.
Okay,
what the fuck is wrong with you when I tell you something? You know what? You got a problem. You're mentally ill.
No, I did. I
said to you, would you just please write me
and
a
I
note?
said I will. I was trying to explain to you our thought process, so you don't think we're nuts.
I understand. I just said, do me a this doesn't have to turn into a whole big thing.
It's not. I'm just trying.
I said, just write me a note.
And I said, okay.
No, you don't. You keep telling me your thought process. I don't give a fuck about your thought process. Just tell me, yes, Howard, I got it.
Yes, Howard, I got it.
That's it. That's it. Over. Thank you. Hey, giving me a thought process.
You're a funny guy.
My thought process is don't...
I think this interview is dying.
No, because...
My thought process
Richard and
is...
Sal, get back in here.
When Richard and Sal come in and decide what it is that I need to be doing, I have no control over it. Just write me a note, say Richard and Sal want to come in.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
It's simple. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You can leave now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you. That's it. Done.
I'll pull, boss.
Oh, no, but you have to understand my thought process. I don't need to understand your thought process.
We wanted to help. Both needs help.
But let me tell you my thought process.
We were trying to help, Buff.
Well, I don't know. I really seriously do not understand that.
I got a new parties. I won't talk about it on Howard. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Flash your tits and beat it.
You urinate when you're upset?
Yeah.
That's, it's very common.
I'm upset, so I urinate out my problems.
All right, well, we'll move on. I felt bad. I don't know. I don't like to see anybody leave.
I don't
upset.
know. I'm thinking that we owe her a call.
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't know. I liked her, but
I like her a lot.
this reminds me of my Gilda Radner interview.
Yeah.
Of 100 years ago, where she left crying and I didn't know why. I was like, what did I say?
We were huge fans of Gilda's. We're excited that she was coming in, and it all went wrong.
Yeah, I feel bad. I do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what am I, the crazy one? Lisa G, you're here with the headlines. Let's find out what's going on.
Well, Lisa G has a story to cover now.
I like getting thrown up on.
Let's just drop that story.
Oh, cry.
Yeah, I'm upset. I mean...
Yeah, I had to interview her when she was done, and I knew, you know, a woman's intuition.
I had no idea. I was just, like, really curious about these nude parties, but I guess there must be something going on where, like, her publicist or something said, you know, don't talk about nude parties or something.
You know what? It was like being caught in the rinse cycle of a washing machine, and you weren't ready.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought this were the tamest...
that ball from rolling.
I thought they were tame questions. I don't know. I guess in my world, I'm confused. I don't know.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make you feel worse or anything, but I know that Ronnie just called a couple of minutes ago. I think she's gone now, but she was in the lobby and she was still crying.
Oh,
I don't know why. Is it that upsetting?
No, this is silly.
Not to you. You're not a girl.
Right.
She could be, you know, it could be a hormonal day. You don't know what's going on.
That's
but
true.
it was tough in here for
Wow.
her. She was alone. She didn't know what happened.
I'm asking about nude parties at her house?
And she wasn't ready for those questions.
Oh. Gee, I don't think she should be allowed out to interview. Honestly, if you're not ready for those questions. I mean,
What
I was
is she,
throwing...
the president? She's got to answer every question.
I was throwing softballs, honestly.
Well, again, she was reeling from that, and then those two nutcases
But I wasn't
came
asking
in.
her about anal. I wasn't asking her about her sex. I was saying, oh, gee, when your friends come over, who takes off their clothes first? I mean, well, you got to fucking be kidding. You know what? Fuck this. What is it, Lisa?
What are you
Now I'm
talking
getting
about?
angry.
Again, it was mostly Sal and Richard doing their craziness.